Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the ACPlay Mr. Wealthy 112 scale action figure. This is a third-party, unauthorized, unlicensed Robert Pattinson Bruce Wayne from The Batman. Really excited for this figure. There are a couple different versions of third-party Bruce Wayne Robert Pattinson figures. I have another one coming soon. This one looks to be the worst of the two, although I'm not certain of that. That's just from promotional images. Looking forward to checking him out, and checking it out compared to the other one in the future. I got this thing off eBay. Not sure if there's a better place to get it from. AliExpress is another option. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, Mr. Wealthy 112 scale action figure. They're not allowed to say Bruce Wayne or Batman or anything like that. Logo for ACPlay. The top, ACPlay. One side, Mr. Wealthy. Other side, same thing. At the back, see they added some bats flying around. And here he is, all the accessories laid out. The bottom, just ACPlay again. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we have this figure out of the package, here he is with all his accessories laid out. He comes with 4 alternate hands, totaling 6 interchangeable hands, 2 heads, and a display stand. But before we look at those, let's talk about and check out the actual figure. So this is the ACPlay Robert Pattinson Bruce Wayne from The Batman. This is a third-party, unlicensed, unauthorized figure. It's not authorized by DC Comics or Warner Brothers anyway. That's why it's called Mr. Wealthy on the front. A lot of these third-party unauthorized figures are really nice. There's a lot of passion behind them. The sculpts and the details can be fantastic. So let's take a look at them. It's done in sort of Mezco style, cloth soft goods, 112 scale. So, dress shoes, kind of some baggy pants, looks a little uneven here. Can probably stretch that and fix that a little bit. The legs feel very thin if you pull it up. I mean, there is an actual leg under there. Not really impressed with how it feels, let's just say. Looks like double jointed knees all the way. Elbows, looks like, can't quite tell, I'm assuming they're double jointed. He's got a lot of layers on right now. Big coat, jacket, shirt. Cloth soft goods, you can open it up. Looks like you can take layers off of him. He's got a tie, white shirt, suit jacket, overcoat. Now this is the head with the makeup on the eyes. Hair part on the side, kinda long. Not super impressed with the jacket and the figure as a whole. I don't know, it just feels really thin. Doesn't quite feel as nice as Mezco stuff. The jacket, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. I feel like I can almost see like a little bit of glue or something on the edge here. Maybe in the edge of the pocket here. I mean, it's nice, but at least from the pictures, it looks like the other Bruce Wayne figure out there is a little bit nicer. Still, he's good. Just a little shorter than I would have liked, that's for sure. And just a closer look at his face and head sculpt. And here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's take a look at his accessories, and let's start off with the display stand. The display stand comes in 2 separate pieces. When put together, it looks like this. Now let's look at his hands. He has a total of 6 of them, 3 left hands and 3 right hands. Here he is, with his first pair of hands. These are his gripping hands. Then, with his next pair of hands, this is a pair of gripping hands that have trigger fingers on them. And here's his final pair of hands. These are his open, outstretched hands. Now let's check out his heads. He has 2 of them. One without the eye makeup, and one with the eye makeup on. Here he is, with his first head. This one has the makeup on. He either just took off or is about to put on the bat suit. And here's his second head. This one has no makeup on. This is going to be my head of choice, as I bought this figure to use as Bruce Wayne, not as Batman with the cowl off. Now before we put his jacket and his coat back on, let's check out his height and articulation, as the jacket and coat are really going to hinder his articulation. From bottom to the top of his head, he's standing at about 6.3 inches tall, which can translate to about 16 centimeters. Now for his articulation. His head, it can rotate from side to side, can look forward and back a little bit. Shoulder on a ball joint, goes out 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. He's got single jointed elbow, well, looks like double jointed, goes in pretty far. There is a bicep cut below that. His wrist can rotate. And looks like it's going to be hinged as well. Torso here. Feels like there's some kind of ball joint in the middle. A little bit of rotation forward and back, just a tiny bit. His waist, not much at all. Pretty limited here, but there is articulation under there. Legs. Can really go out a little far. The pants are obstructing quite a bit. Forward about that much. Back not much. Double jointed knees. It just feels really thin. Reminds me way more Soap Studios than Mezco, and that is no compliment. Ankle forward and back. Rotate, tilt at least a little bit. Now to add his jacketed coat back on, given the way he's supposed to look. Here's Bruce Wayne, simply in his white shirt. Then, with the jacket attached and no coat. And here he is, with the coat attached, as a figure should be. Now, the quality on this figure is not that good. His elbows started popping out. I can't seem to get his shirt not to be bunched up and look the way it looked at the beginning. If you get this figure, I'd recommend don't take the coat or the sports jacket off. And if you're going to take one off, just the coat, don't take the jacket off. And swapping out the head's a big pain in the ass. It's really hard to get the head down in there, not have the shirt in the way. Then you want to pull the shirt, untug it out from under the head, and it just all looks bad. Not feeling the quality of this guy. Seems like a cheap knockoff Soap Studios, and they seem like a cheap knockoff of Mezco. Some of these third-party ones are home runs. This guy doesn't look bad, but just not impressed with the quality so far. When you have his coat on, his articulation is almost useless. Yeah, you can bend his elbow up, but it's not really going to hold a pose. It's just going to push it back down. All you can really do is just stand there, look kind of good, and smaller than everything else around him. Here's Bruce Wayne in the Wayne Manor, mourning over the death of his parents as always. And here he is, in the Batcave, looking to get suited up. Then, in his office at Wayne Enterprises, here he is, drinking out of his #1 boss mug. His secretary informs him he has a guest. It's the Ben Affleck Bruce Wayne. He goes into his garage, below Wayne Manor, trying to decide which fancy car he's going to take today. But he always seems to choose this vehicle, his drifter motorcycle, which always leads him back here, to the Batcave, where he's getting ready for war. And even though it's not the right type of display for this film, here he is, looking at his Batsuit, getting ready to suit up and defend Gotham City. Here's Bruce Wayne, with a fancy old school car behind him, and how quickly it turns into the Batman with the Batmobile behind him. Now let's check him out, next to some other action figures, starting off with some of the Bruce Wayne figures. Here he is, next to my 7-inch scale head swap custom of the Robert Pattinson Bruce Wayne from the Batman. This made with a Diamond Select Toys base, and the McFarlane DC Multiverse Drifter head for the top. Here he is, next to a Mafex Christian Bale Bruce Wayne from The Dark Knight Rises, an officially licensed Bruce Wayne figure, and next to a Mafex Ben Affleck Bruce Wayne from Justice League. Here's the only other officially licensed Bruce Wayne figure that I have. This is a DC Direct Arkham City Bruce Wayne. Now, they make a ton of different unmasked Batman figures with Bruce Wayne heads, but very few full Bruce Wayne figures in civilian attire. And now, next to a Notice Studios Ben Affleck Bruce Wayne from Justice League. This is another third-party unlicensed, unauthorized figure, but they did a much better job than this ACPlay figure. Here's this Bruce Wayne, next to several other head swap Mafex Bruce Wayne figures. Then, with the Mattel Movie Master Scale Bruce Wayne head swap, and now, next to a bunch of different Mattel DC Universe Classics Scale Bruce Wayne head swaps. And here he is, next to a bunch of Mattel Wrestling larger Bruce Wayne head swap figures. These are bigger, bulkier, bruiser Bruce Wayne type figures, kind of like Ben Affleck or The Dark Knight Returns. Here are all of my different various 6 and 7-inch scale Bruce Wayne figures. We have a ton of them. Wayne Family Reunion from the Multiverse. And technically, these are also Bruce Wayne figures, although one's a really old Bruce Wayne, and one's a really young Bruce Wayne. Here he is, next to a couple of Bruce Wayne figures McFarlane made from the Batman. But these aren't in regular civilian attire, they're in his drifter attire. And here he is, next to McFarlane's entire DC Multiverse, the Batman collection. Totally different scale. Here he is, next to an SH Figure Arts Robert Pattinson Batman from the Batman. These guys scale up pretty good next to each other. SH Figure Arts is the only other company besides McFarlane to make 6 or 7-inch scale the Batman figures, although Both Mafex and Mezco have their own coming. Then, next to an older NECA Robert Pattinson Edward from Twilight. Now let's check him out. Next to some other third-party, unauthorized, unlicensed figures that I have, Batman-related. Here he is, next to the Notice Studios, Ben Affleck, Bruce Wayne Batman. This figure was called Rich Man. And then this Pattinson figure is called Mr. Wealthy. Can't say Bruce Wayne, can't say Batman, etc. This Notice Studios Bruce Wayne is a magnificent figure. I love him. He's great. This ACPlay Batman, Bruce Wayne, not as much. His height is really not an issue. He's a decent scale. He just doesn't feel good. Quality control, etc. And here he is, next to a Fan Super Arkham Origins XC Suit Batman. And here, next to an SSR Thomas Wayne Knight of Vengeance and Endgame Joker. Here's Bruce, next to a Mixmax Two-Face and Deathstroke. I was very unimpressed with the Two-Face figure. Just doesn't really fit together properly, and it seems like you would have to actually do some sewing to make it work properly. But the Mixmax Deathstroke was already assembled, and he's fantastic. Then, next to a Felix Toys, Joaquin Phoenix Joker. And I'm looking for a Felix Toys, Heath Ledger, the Joker, the clown figure. And now, next to a couple of Patriot Studios, Joaquin Phoenix Joker figures. Here are all the different 6 and 7 inch scale, third-party, unlicensed, unauthorized Batman-related figures that I have. And I've got a few more on the way. I currently have an order in for the deluxe Patriot Studios Joaquin Phoenix Joker. I've got the other Robert Pattinson Bruce Wayne figure on the way. It's by Anton Custom. I also have the Noir Toys Gotham by Gaslight on the way. I'm hoping to find a Felix Toys, Heath Ledger, the Joker, the Clown. I had a bad experience with Mixmax, that Two-Face. Not happy, so I'm not pursuing finding the Mixmax Riddler or the Batman Who Laughs. If there are any other third-party unlicensed figures out there that I don't know about that you think I might be interested in, drop me a line in the comments below. Seems like there are a ton of these things I've never been aware of. Now let's check them out. Next is some action figures from different various companies to see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you have no challenge you can mix him with. Since he's a 6-inch scale figure, I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect and work my larger. Here he is, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. And here he is, next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. And here, next to a can opener. Then, next to some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here, with some Mafex figures. Then, with some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And here he is, next to some Mezco 112 collector figures. And now, next to some Jazzwares AEW wrestlers. Then, with some Mattel WWE wrestlers. And here, standing with some NECA figures. Then, with some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. And here, with some McFarlane toys. And here, next to some DST or Devon Select toys. And finally, next to some Jack-specific wrestling figures. So overall, this figure is simply okay. His clothing is good. I just have a lot of complaints about this guy. First of all, the quality control is bad. One of his arms keep popping out of the socket. I don't know if it's broken or not. Maybe it is. The legs feel so thin. The clothes feels just too bulky, baggy. When you swap out the head, it's almost impossible to put it back in without messing up the shirt. All kind of hair and fuzz sticks on the clothing. His scale, I thought he was too small, but honestly, he's really not a bad size. His articulation, it's totally useless when you have the coat on, or even the sports jacket for the most part. His alternate hands, they're pointless. The flat hands don't look very good. Why does he even have a trigger finger hand? Articulation is not that nice with the head, the neck. I mean, he looks good, but not great. If I had to rate this guy, I'm going to give him a disappointing 5 out of 10. With the price tag on this guy, I was really hoping to like him a lot more. Based off the pictures I saw, I thought this guy did look worse than the other one. So hopefully, that's going to be a really nice figure. Fingers crossed. This is not the one. It feels like a Soap Studios figure, and that is no compliment. It doesn't feel nice and sturdy and solid and just good quality like a Mezco figure. That's what I'm hoping for. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add it in the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.